Alright everybody, hello and welcome back. As always, I am Sean, this uneducated gamer playing Football Manager 2015. Hope you are enjoying the series so far. If you're watching this in a playlist, it's only been a second since the last episode, and it's only been probably half an hour since I recorded the last one. Anyway, where are we sitting in the league? We are still on top, still have a 4-point margin, so not a lot has changed since the last time we played. Though we have had some pretty big contests in that time. The last game we played was, what was it? Sutton United. A good 2-0 victory against our rivals. Pretty solid win. Unfortunately, a few players picked up like yellow card bans. Bangura unfortunately picked up a yellow card ban in that game. So he was going to be out for the Wealdstone match, which sucked. A couple of injuries as well. Anderson and Birchall both picked up knocks. So we actually went into the game against Wealdstone, which at the time was first, second, without a recognised striker. So we ended up playing with Moses Adamola up front. It was a pretty even game, if I'm being brutally honest. We had more shots, got a fair few of them on target, 60% of the ball, but they are a good team. They were second in the league for a reason. They had beaten us about a week before in the FA in the FA Cup, albeit with us putting out a pretty subpar lineup. The goal to put us ahead from Daniel Roberts was capitalising on a defensive mistake from them, and then we kind of sat under pressure from them for a little while. Our defence was okay, I guess. Anthony Cook wound up getting the player of the match. He wasn't involved in any of the goals or anything like that. It was purely one that Roberts got himself. But it's good to see him getting into some form since his return from that injury at the start of the season. And Johnny Wright got their goal in the 73rd minute. It was just a punt over the top that managed to fall to his feet, and he finished it very well. So a frustrating one, but we didn't lose the game or anything. And to be fair, that was a game that they maybe could have snagged something in. Next game out, we played Eastbourne Borough, who are the bottom team in the division. Managed to pump them 5-2. We actually went 4-0 up at half-time. We had a ton of chances again. We just stopped really finishing them in the second half. Nathaniel Pinney got a pretty cheap goal. Dean Sinclair got a goal from, like it was a cross from a throw-in or something like that. Daniel Roberts was again excellent in that match. I think he helped himself to 1 goal, but I think he had 3 assists. Adam Birchall with the double. Thankfully, he was back from injury and didn't have to play Adamola up front. He himself got a goal, and Prestige opened the scoring in the first half from the penalty spot. Pretty standard for them. Disappointed to concede 2 goals, but I'm going to take a 5-goal win every day of the week. We played Maidenhead the next time out. I thought this was going to be an exciting game because they actually signed 3 of our players during the start of the season. Ali Fasene, Rob Swain, who is the ex-Bromley captain, and Pierre-Joseph Dubois, the right winger. None of them played. Not one of them played. They also have DJ Campbell on their books, who's an ex-Blackpool and Birmingham striker, who some of you may remember. He didn't play either. So they played a very subpar lineup. It was actually a 1-1 draw for the majority of the game. They went ahead. They equalised in the 45th minute. And then thankfully we got one just before the stroke of half time to have us go in at the break 2-1 up. They had absolutely nothing to speak of in the second half. We had 60% of the ball. We got most of our shots on target that we had. And Daniel Roberts got one right at the end to continue his nice little stretch of form there. And then unfortunately the last game out, Boreham Wood, again, first, second in this particular match. We just sort of ran out of steam a little bit. There are a couple of players missing. Let's have a look at their goal. It was an absolute cracker in the first half from Graham Montgomery. It's his first goal of the season. I feel like every goal we concede, it's the person's first goal of the season. Lippman with the ball forward here. You see it comes back out to him, squares it to Montgomery, and that is a tremendous strike. He's put that one into the top corner, so I'm not too upset about the defence about that. And they are a team that just has an absolute ton of pace. They've got Austin Lippman on loan from Arsenal, who is lightning fast. They play him on the left wing and really good technically for a 19-year-old player. We might actually add him to the shortlist indefinitely. Who else? Junior Marias is one of their own players. Just quick young striker, really good technically as well. And the biggest pain in the arse in their entire team, probably one of the bigger pains in the arse in the entire division, is Lee Angol, who they have on loan from Luton. Again, sort of similar to Zane Benton. He can finish and he can get onto balls over the top. That's about it. That's all he offers. But it's a very quick front three. They play super deep. They pump balls over the top, and I thought we actually dealt with it really well. Sam Sodje, who's been bitching about not getting playing time, was absolutely terrible in this game. I subbed him off, and then immediately Al Bangura got himself sent off. It was a stupid challenge, a straight red card. I think it was double studs through the back of a guy. Didn't need to happen, so I dare say he'll be missing out on a few games over the next few weeks and give Danny Waldron a chance to come into the team. But after we went down to 10 men, we actually did have a couple of chances, but I mean, really, there's not a lot you can do down to 10 men against one of the better teams in the division. After that, really, they started to control possession. We didn't have a whole lot of shots before the guy got sent off, but I think any chance we had of coming back and winning that one went out the window. But that's okay. We're still doing all right. It's only our third loss of the season. We've had 3 draws as well, and 12 wins has us on 39 points. We are still 4 points ahead of Boreham Wood in second spot. And you can see here there are gaps starting to appear. Some teams have played 19 games, others have played 18. I think it just depended whether you were kicked out of the cups early or not. But we do have a bit of distance on us and the teams chasing us in the other playoff positions. We are going to play Farnborough today in the FA Trophy. For those of you who aren't familiar with the FA Trophy, it is what is it? It is the cup competition for all the teams in the lower divisions. So the Conference South, the Conference North, and the Conference Premier. Some of these Conference Premier sides are full-time teams, but really it's for any of the amateur, non-professional teams in the divisions. This is our first fixture, I think, in this competition. So it'll be cool. It'll be pretty much entirely against teams around our division. You'd hope that maybe we can get it up to a level where we play a conference side. It'd be nice for our finances. We were slated to lose $395,000 at the start of the year. I think the 2 FA Cup games we played gave us a little bit of a bump to that, so we're only down to lose just under 340. However, our expenditure right now is exactly what it's going to be for the rest of the season. We're still £700 a week under our wage budget for the season, so it's not really going to expand. I'm not going to be looking to end anyone's contract. Anyone that wants to leave can go on a transfer, albeit a free transfer. Last game out as well, I did give Sam Sodje another running out, considering he's bitching about his playing time, and he went and got a 5 or something. So I'm done giving him opportunities. He can sit on the bench, and I'm going to stick with Waldron and Holland because I'm going to stick with Malaga and Holland because we're just a better team when they're playing. But this is an FA Trophy game, so we might do a bit of a rotation. Actually, no, we won't. We have a full week off before our next match. I don't want to have another replay because I think it'll suck. So we might as well play as close to a full strength team as we can. Might let Neil Smith, my assistant, pick the team. He has picked a ridiculous looking team, so I'm not going to be playing with that. Roberts can continue as a three-quartister. He's been excellent and kicked 10 goals this season, so why would you change that? We'll bring in Danny Waldron. He can have a bit of a run out with Bangura being suspended for just the one game, is it? Yeah, one game. For a straight red card, I'd say they'll probably add something to that. It was a pretty horrendous challenge. We'll get Adamola and Cook out there as well. They've both been pretty excellent this season. Cook still hasn't scored. Did miss that penalty in the previous episode, but is starting to get amongst the assists a little more. And to be fair, I've rotated them a tremendous amount. Louis Dennis and Mitch Pinnock have both played their fair share of games as well. Birchall, thankfully, is fit again up front. It's still a couple of weeks before Jordan Robertson comes back. He has been injured for pretty much the entirety of the time that you guys have been away, and I've been playing it off screen. So it'll be good to see him returning to fitness in 3 days. The goals have somewhat dried up for Adam Birchall. He had 15, I think, maybe 3 or 4 games ago. So it will be nice to get a bit more rotation and maybe deal with maybe some complacency that he has. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see how we go. But we're getting goals chipped in from around the park, which is always nice. Anyway, that's enough talking. Let's see who we've got on the bench. Louis Dennis, Sam Sodje. Nah, he can fuck off. Callum McNaughton. Yeah, screw it. We'll go with that. I might bring Ismail on for a little bit of a run out in the second half. But again, we don't have a striker to put on the bench as cover. Adam Hall can play up there if anything happens to Birchall. Yeah, we'll go with that. Assertive. If we play a game, we'll win. No need to amp up too much pressure. Similar to the FA Cup, I don't really care about the trophies. It'd be nice if we can go a little bit further in them and get that extra financial incentive for winning the games. However, I don't anticipate winning it. There's a lot of really good sides in the divisions above us. So again, more than anything, I just want to avoid having draws and replays. You can see Joe Anderson's taken 2 free kicks there and put them both in the same spot, which was row G. Here he is, 3rd time's charm, and that one's even worse. He's getting further away from it the more he takes. Alright, so enough about Farnborough's body language. I don't know why I've got it set to that. Let's go to match stats. You can see they haven't had a shot yet. We've had 60% of the ball despite playing in their ground in the opening 40 minutes. We just haven't got our shots on target yet, but I guess 3 of those shots were Joe Anderson free kicks. Speak of the devil, he's got to throw in now. Finds Adamola. Squares it up to Birchall, and he just screws that shot low and to the left. Keeper was diving, but really, we should be getting at least one of these on target. Joe Anderson again. That one hit the wall, did it? No. God damn it. That's half time. All right, assertively. I'm going to say you're performing well out there. Keep it up and the result will come. I know we haven't had the goal or the big chance or anything, but they're yet to have a shot. So why would I overcomplicate things? I just really don't want to draw. That's what would annoy me the most, I think. I don't mind if they beat us, but as long as we don't draw. Anderson with the ball back to Brown. Finds Malaga. No, it was just the kick-off highlight. I'm getting ahead of myself. We are rocketing towards the hour mark now. So I might make some subs. Doesn't look like Adamola's having his greatest game. Might take Cook off, actually. And we'll bring Louis Dennis over to the left-hand side. Adam Birchall's not having the greatest game. Actually, you know what? I'm going to undo that. I am going to push Adamola up front. And Adam Birchall can come off. No, I've got to undo the other bit as well. There we go. Louis Dennis will come on for Adam Birchall. He can actually play up front, but I'll go with Adamola instead. And we might give Reece Prestige a bit of a rest, and I'll push Ismaili into the trequartista role. Daniel Roberts can drop to deep line playmaker. He can play that role as well. Assertively, no pressure. He's still under 21. I shouldn't be too hard on him. Pressure's off, and he's appreciated the calming words. I just don't want to draw. That's all I care about. I don't care if one of them goes and scores an own goal. Waldron with the ball in now. Finds Holland front stick. It's hit the deck. Ismaili was there. Ismaili, however you pronounce it, was there, but couldn't get a toe on it to knock it over. Long ball forward towards Cully. Holland squares the ball to Brown. Plays Malaga. Goes for a punt upfield. Adamola with the ball now. Has a man out right. Doesn't look for him. Just takes 15 touches and crosses. Falls to Dennis at back stick and he heads that one over, unfortunately. 20 minutes to go. We need to find a goal here. Or we need to concede one. I really don't care which. Stewart with the long ball forward. Brown's going to come out and claim the ball now. He'll go short, I think, here to right back, and does. Finds Sadu. Long ball forward. Adamola's got him behind. Can he find the finish? Can't, Moses. Oh, Stewart with a good save, and it's hacked away by Flanagan. Last 15. We need to find a goal here. I don't want a replay. Anything but a replay. Jamie Hands picked up yellow, whoever the fuck that is. Oh, Roberts has flown into that. Oh, that's a stupid challenge. I think he's going to get his second yellow. He has. It's our second game in a row with a red card. We've gone down to 10 men again. Oh, shit. Okay. Drop. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll keep 4 pushed forward. Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. God damn it. That was just such an unnecessary challenge. 11 shots, 1 on target. That's really unacceptable. That's not good enough level of finishing if you want to be doing well. We're into extra time now. 3 minutes to be added on. Just come on. I just don't want to draw. No draws. No draws. No draws. All right. Harry Grant. Can he find a winner here? Hand flicks it on to Brown. It's gone out for a corner. Does Farnborough have a winner in him here? Can't see that guy's name. He puts the ball in and it's headed away. And I think the referee's about to call full time. Oh, end of 90 minutes. Okay, so it's not going to replay. It's extra time. All right, well, that's good, I guess. Not happy with your performance out there. Let's fire everyone up and see how they go. We are down to 10 men, so I guess I'm kind of being a little bit harsh, but Ismaili with a long ball up forward. It looked like Dennis might actually be making that, but enough of that. Oh, Adamola's gone down in the box. Referee wants none of it. Played out wide to Sadu to Cook again. Squares it up, finds Adamola, and he's found the finish. Why could he not have done that 5 minutes ago and could have saved us this extra time, which is now going to be half an hour of extra match play, on top of what is already a pretty unfit and sore team. Adamola with the touch. Good finish though. Lovely turn. Keeper's nowhere near it. It's pretty horrendous keeping. And despite going down to 10 men, we do take a 1-0 lead. We have had 60% of the ball, despite now playing for about half an hour with 10 men. Ball into hand. Finds Mugabe. Long ball forward by Hands. Cut out well by Holland. Punt up the field. That's all that was. You can't call it anything else. Adamola just screws the ball wide. Well done, Stoke. Let's just hack it forward as quickly as we can. Sado with a throw in here. Adamola heads it back to him. It's a good cross. Finds Ismaili, and he's put that one... Oh, no. Defender has gotten a good touch on it. Cook with the corner now. Looks for Holland front stick, but doesn't quite get there. Waldron comes back now. Has players. Just needs to find them. Looks for some weird crossfield switch that definitely wasn't on. To be fair, he's playing on his own in the centre of the park against 3 of their players, so I'm not going to be too critical of him. Ball comes to Grant. Mugabe with the header, but thankfully it's straight at Brown. Long punt forward. Bryce with a poor touch, but gets away with it. Mugabe skips past one, finds Lasasso in the middle. Good tackle from Holland. Oh, he's gone through him. Oh, thankful. I thought that was going to be a straight red or something. Sasso with a free kick now, and he's put that one to the right. Still closer than Joe Anderson got with his 15 free kicks this game. All right, so that's half time in extra time. Let's quickly have a look. I've got one more sub up my sleeve, but I don't think there's anyone I particularly want to change. I might bring McNaughton on for Malaga and just say, just calm everything down. Assertively, pressure's off, just play a natural game. He's not made a whole lot of appearances, but Holland with a long ball forward, finds Dennis. Can he slow it up? No. Zazbarech gets across and hacks that one into touch. What is it, 120 minutes, I think. So 10 minutes to go. Can we hold on? Mugabe with the throw in here. He's been involved in a lot of the good things they've done, Mugabe. Oh, great save from Brown. Harry Grant got up well. Put that one back across the keeper, and that is an excellent, excellent save. Midworth with the throw in now. Finds Cully, back to him. Ball upfield. McNaughton with a good challenge. Very close to the 18-yard box. That's a bit dangerous. Midworth with the throw in now. Hacked away by Cook. Waldron comes out to press now. Square ball to Ismaili. He cuts it out well. Adamol skips past one. Slows down. Waits for players to come in. Puts a good ball back stick. Dennis was in the area. Waldron with the ball now. Played out left to Anderson. Can we get another one here just to make sure of it? Holland with a long ball forward. Is Anderson going to get there? No, he doesn't. It's gone out for a goal kick. And I dare say we're getting towards the end of the game. Zvaracek with the long ball forward. That's definitely not how you pronounce his name, but it's how I've said it. Cook crosses for Dennis. Finds his mark. Can he find the winner? No, he cannot. It's hacked away, and surely that's getting towards the end of the game now. Take your time, Joe. Finds Waldron inside. Just needs to keep the ball. Plays it all the way back to Holland. Square one now to McNaughton. Long punt forward, and that should be everything. And the referee, thankfully, has called full time. Oh, we just can't seem to win in the Cups. Assertive. Good win. Why overcomplicate it? Waldron gets man of the match. He's made the most of his opportunity with Bangura being out suspended. And Anthony Cook also with an 8.1. Played pretty well in that game. But we're through. We're through to the next round of the Cup, which I guess is okay. Let's go and review how the team's looking. 4K for winning that one, so I guess that helps our finance a little bit. Daniel Roberts has been given a one-match ban for getting sent off in the FA Trophy. I'm just going to issue him a warning. Basically, everyone gets one warning, and then after that I start fining him just to save us a bit of money. And he's accepted his warning. A silly challenge, but it was 2 yellows, I guess, not anything dangerous. All right, cool. So we've got a week off before our next game, which is excellent. We'll find out who we're playing in the next round in a little bit. The next time I will see you guys will be at the end of December. So St Albans will be playing, which is a replay of the first game of the season. Is that right? No, a replay of the second game of the season. So we'll be around the halfway mark by the time we get there. I think one or two of these fixtures might actually get pushed back to January if we get through that FA Trophy game in 2 weeks' time. However, the Christmas period is usually fairly hectic. There's usually a few fixtures around those dates if you're still involved in the FA Trophy. So this may change, but I should see you towards the end of this season. Let's just go and have a look at the competition stats, see who's exactly sitting where. You can see Adam Birchall's come back into a little bit of form. 12 goals this season. We talked about Zane Banton at the start of the year. He's just running away with it at the moment. 19 goals for the year. Dan Roberts for a midfielder is absolutely fantastic for him to have 10 goals. And he's back up amongst the average rating for the season. Zane Banton just trashing everyone at the moment, but you know what he is. He's Theo Walcott. That's all he is. Nothing special outside of what he's doing, but Dan Roberts just keeps picking up man of the match awards as well. Al Bangura, no longer leading the league in yellow cards, but I guess that's kind of one that you'd hope that he wasn't leading the league in. And we also have a whole bunch of players involved in the distance covered race. Some really hard workers in the team. Considering Adam Oll's been coming off a lot during games as a sub, I'd say he's doing very well with the time that he's given. And he's also got 62% of his shots on target, so he's effective with the ball, which is good to see. But really, more than anything, you've got to be happy with the way the team is performing. We're slowly approaching the halfway point of the season. We set 77 points as our target to beat the real-life Bromley side this year. Our goal difference is tremendous. 21 is so much further ahead of any other team that's near us. We've got one of the better defences in the league, which I didn't expect, and we've scored more than every other team. So I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with how things are going as we enter December. It could all still go to shit. You don't really know. But I guess we've definitely confirmed we're not going to get relegated this year. Anyway, as always, I've been Sean. This is Uneducated Gamer. We've been playing Football Manager 2015. I do sincerely hope you're enjoying the series so far. If you have any feedback, put it in the comment section below. It may be a couple of days before I put up the next episode of this one. However, in the meantime, go check out Football Manager. upload your own content, whether it is in this game or any other ones, and put those links in the comment section below. I will do my best to go and check it out and provide any feedback that I can. But more than anything, I appreciate you watching. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.